weight room of the Bill Fralick Athletic Center at UHAS McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills High School. This is the Coach's Corner. Sitting in for head coach Ron Graham this week is offensive coordinator Corey Thomas, and I'm Bill Navari. Corey, great to have you along once again. We usually get you once or twice every year, and it seems to be your turn this week. What a week it is. You guys coming off your first win of the season, a big win against Plum. But the enjoyment part of it is pretty short-lived because right after the game, it's, okay, who's next? It's Central Catholic.
Yeah, last week was a great, enjoyable win. It's the first to get the first win of the season. Like we started off, it was a tough opening season with St. Edward's and Gateway and Mount Lebanon. I think last week helped us playing against Plum to help us start the gel, and some of the coaches putting their stuff in to help fine-tune the blocking for the running game really helped out well last week.
You mentioned the three non-conference games against the, we'll call them hardy opponents. Some Quad A teams like to schedule non-conference games against some AAA, even AA teams, or some lesser opponents. And they come out with maybe a 3-0 record or something, and that looks very impressive at the start of conference play. But yet the Indians really, it's been a tradition for years that they really go up against strong opponents, non-conference record be what it may. But do you think that playing those teams like that really, even though you went 0-3, helped make this a better ball club?
At Penn Hills, we like playing the best of the best. You know what I mean? There's nothing enjoyable if win or lose, but we go against the best of the best. St. Edward's was a number 4 team in the country. They're both sides of the ball. They were just phenomenal. But we did, in the first half, we held our own and we played very well. Okay, against Gateway, same thing. They're a great WPIL team. They have a great coaching staff and they have great players over there. But it's nice to go against them. And as you've seen, we were in the game until the end of the fourth quarter. And then Mount Lebanon, I just think we made some key mistakes, mental mistakes. But at Penn Hills, we always fight to do the best for the program, to do the best for these kids, and try to put the best results on the field.
Agreeably, when you look back at the St. Edward's game on paper, this team was outmatched, outmanned, outsized. But yet, you had the lead early. You had the statistical advantage at the end of the first half. Gave them a short field, which they took. Good teams will take advantage of, and you weren't able to win. You look at Mount Lebanon and Gateway. Again, 2 losses, but looking at those are really 2 games that you shouldn't have lost, even though you got shut out at Mount Lebanon. But the teams were better than what the showing was.
You're right on there. We have played tremendously good football. We are lacking, and we just get the wrong. We have the right calls, but we just make a key mistake here, offsides there, a drop pass here. We are right where we want to be at, I think, and as the end of the season rolls along, that people will see that we're on target to get into the WPIL playoffs and do well in this in our conference.
Well, you have that opportunity this week against the Vikings of Central Catholic, who I understand had another great recruiting year. Always have to throw that in. But yet, a lot of folks say, well, it's Central Catholic. They're just going to get beat up. They're going to do this. It's Central's too much. Well, last year you had a big lead at halftime. Unfortunately, things didn't go well in the second half, but you had the big lead. 2 years ago, we went down to Carnegie Mellon, beat them down there on the Thursday night. So it's not like Central Catholic year in and year out is coming in here and beating up on this kid. So there is a lot of confidence. Talking to the kids all week, they're very confident going into the game Friday night. And a lot of folks might think, well, that's just kids being kids. But I really think it's warranted having the confidence going up against Central Catholic.
Like you said, we match up really well with Central Catholic. We have just as many athletes as they have. Our line is probably just a little bit smaller than theirs, but our kids do not desire – they have the fight, the will to win. And like you said last year, we were up on them at halftime, and we did very well, and we just didn't hold it together at the end. And then the year before that, we went down, we beat them down in their place on a Thursday night. I think that the foresayers say that, this is going to be a Central Catholic game and we're not going to do well. But I think my personal opinion is we're going to go down there. They're going to be in a dogfight, and I think they know they're going to be in a dogfight. It's going to be an interesting ball game.
As the offensive coordinator, so far through 4 weeks, even though it was a big week last week, it has to be frustrating for you as far as the turn of events that happened at the end of before the season started, during the scrimmages when Darius Holloway got hurt, and that kind of threw a very large two-handled monkey wrench into your offense. You had to move Chaz from wide receiver back to quarterback. And now that's been an adjustment for him. And how has it been an adjustment for you guys and the offense trying to get him acclimated to what you were running with Darius?
It's been like we worked hard with Darius ever since February. We've been in the weight room. We've been going to different camps, different events to try to get him prepared for this season. When he went down in the McKeesport game, that was a very hard blow for our offense because Darius was getting into the rhythm where we wanted him to be. And you look at it, where you have a Chaz Whitaker playing at a receiver and you have a Corey Jones playing at the other receiver who are very talented kids and being very recruited heavily. Then that way the defense can't just double team on one receiver. But now that you have Whitaker at the quarterback position, we just have to move Corey around and we have to do some opposite things what we weren't prepared to do this year. But we're making adjustments, and as you've seen against Plum, the adjustments are working out well for us right now. And just getting Chaz comfortable back in that quarterback spot, I think in the last week was very helpful for us, and I think this week is going to pay off very good for us.
I mean, a lot of folks don't get to see the 7-on-7s that you guys do unless it's parents or whatever, they come out and watch this. But, I mean, truth be known, when you guys were running the 7-on-7s, I mean, you guys were kicking butt. I mean, this team was going on all cylinders. And for that big adjustment like that, I mean, it's really not like a week or two kind of thing, really. I mean, Chaz is going to have to take some time to get into it.
Yeah, when we were doing 7-on-7 with Darius, I mean, we were going against some top-rated teams. We did the Pitt camp. We did very well down there. We did the West Virginia camp. We did very well down there. We went against some teams from Baltimore, Maryland, West Virginia, Ohio, and we were doing very well against the competition we were going against. Now you take Darius and he's not there, and you got to reacclimate Chaz to playing quarterback after last year. You're playing wide receiver, so it's been a hard struggle for us. But Chaz is getting to his game, and now we're trying to figure out what is good. What in the playbook is good for Chaz so he can be successful and have to take out the stuff we had in for Darius. So it's just been an adjustment for right now.
I mean, adjustment also, not only did you lose Darius, but in essence you lost Chaz because you don't have a wide receiver. So whereas defenses were going to try to split up coverage between Whitaker and Jones, now they're throwing it all on Jones and they're making it the other receivers have to make the play. So it's really put a lot of pressure on Corey.
Yeah, it's put a lot of pressure on Corey, and Corey's a very talented young kid, and I think with his commitment to Pitt, I think the sky's the limit for him. But we have some other receivers that just have to step up and take on the workload, like Jordan, Davenport, Jay, and Mr. Hawley. They're just going to have to step up and make some catches to help take some of the pressure off of Corey Jones, and I think Savon can help us do that also.
One point of concern going into last week, which you kind of maybe threw that one away, but still you have to look at it, has been the running game. Broke some long runs last week, some big yardage against Plum, but still the running game just doesn't seem like it's quite gotten on track yet.
In the first 3 games we struggled. We're trying. Everybody has to just think. We're trying to put an offense in that we went from a different offense last year, a different offense the year before, and now we're trying to get these kids to attack this offense and be successful in it. So you're going to have, at the beginning of the year, you're going to have some adjustments you're going to have to make. You're going to have some stuff, different play calls and different ways kids are getting things, and you have to make the adjustments to the kids so they understand. Like last week was a good test for us playing against Plum. We got to actually do some things that we didn't have in the playbook before. Now we put it back into the playbook, so we got to do some things and see some things that was very successful for us. Now going into this week, we're going to try to do some things that were successful last week, and we're going to try to implement some new things and new wrinkles, and just pretty much try to put the kids in the best situation to be successful.
A lot of youth on the offensive line. Has that been a part of it at all, or you have the confidence in the group that's out there?
You know what? They're being coached by Mr. Storer, who's a great coach. And like you said, there are a lot of youth on the offensive line. I think we have 2 sophomores, 1 senior, and 2 juniors. But I think they're starting to gel, which is very good for us right now because we're going into a big game. We're going to have fun doing it, and we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be some good competition.
Brought your seniors of the week with us this week. You want to talk a little bit about Mr. Morrow and Mr. Holloway? Mr.
Morrow's a great kid. He's very family oriented. He does anything for what we ask him on the football team. Very dedicated to the program. I see nothing but success in his future as the rest of this season and wherever he goes to college at. He's getting some looks at some Division II levels, and I think he can be very successful in whatever direction he goes.
He's just a big teddy bear. You just look at him. You look at him. And Dante Holloway, one of your receivers.
Dante he's Mr. Everything. You know what I mean? We asked him to play this position. We asked him to play that position. I think one week we brought him in at halftime and say, hey, we want you to do this. He's ready to go for it. I think he has a lot of speed. He's getting some looks at Division II also. I think the sky's the limit for him, and just to try to get him on the field and be more successful in his role he's playing.
Well, we look forward to speaking with both of them. Corey Thomas, offensive coordinator with the Penn Hills Indians. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for talking to us. Best of luck to you Friday night, and I'm sure we'll see you again along the way here on the road to Hines.
Yes, on the road to Hines.
Coming up next, our seniors of the week, as the Coach's Corner continues here on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Our seniors of the week, Dante Holloway and James Morrow of the 2011 Penn Hills Indians. Dante, let's start with you. Coach Thomas said you're pretty much everything they ask you to be, whether they play here, play there. You are a running back / receiver / linebacker / whatever else. Is your attitude is whatever it takes to help the team, whatever it takes to get you on the field?
Basically, yeah. Whatever position they put me in, I try to do my best because I just want to be one of the best players Penn Hills ever had. I want to be as good as my brother when he played for Penn Hills, and I'm just trying to be the Penn Hills' best player.
Which position do you like best?
Running back.
And why?
Because I watch a lot of NFL running backs like Adrian Peterson, Reggie Bush, and some people say I play like Reggie Bush because I like to shake a lot and all that.
Do you think you can get a lot more opportunities in the backfield as opposed to being out at wide receiver? Or are you kind of hoping?
Yeah, I'm hoping because we got two more good running backs, and Valey and Malik Blakeman, and they're good running backs as well. And I don't know. I just like. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it gets you, you get on the field. I mean, you always, they put you in as a slot receiver. There's always the end around, so to speak, and whatever else. But the coaches say, they try to get you on the field, and it's what I always tell players. They say, well, I want to play here, I want to play there, and I tell them if the coach tells you to go play there, and it means you're going to be on the field and you're going to be playing. I mean, that's what you go do, and you go out and you help the team and you make an impact, and that's and then you wind up in places where you want to be. Yeah. Defensively, I know I've called your name quite a bit on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you like getting over there as well?
Yeah. I mean, like, I really do like playing linebacker. It's my second time playing linebacker. Like, I like to hit up a lot. I like to make a lot of tackles and try to do my best at that position as well.
No, when you go out there at linebacker, sometimes you got to, go up against some linemen out there. And every now and again, you got James over there. You have to go up and hit him a little bit, hit him sometimes? Not
really. Like they call me the speed backer, so I'm the one basically blitzing a lot. Like I'm the outside backer, and I'm hitting up with the fullbacks basically all the time.
So you get Trayvon?
Yeah. Hold on, answer that question again.
I said you get Trayvon. You said you go up against the fullback, so I mean you get. You get Tariq. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's 540 pounds of Hester. You get them mixed up. I
was thinking who's Tariq? Who's Trayvon? But I hit up with Reek a lot and. Man, he's a big dude for a fullback though. Sometimes we do be going at it though. I always be wanting to hit up with him.
Well, that's why he's back here. James, you're on the online. And you look at you can tell that's where you're going to be. But that's a position that I could tell you enjoy playing.
Oh, I enjoy it a lot. I love it.
Which side of the ball do you prefer?
I prefer defense, but hey, you got to get in where you fit in.
Everybody seems to like defense better. Is that because you get to
bring the pain?
You get to hit people better? Running game, starting to get on track here a little bit this year. Offensive line starting to gel a little bit. You as a senior, you also have Trayvon Hester also out there, but you guys got 3 sophomores and a junior, all kind of filling in everywhere on the line. What kind of role, leadership-wise, do you have to take out there?
Well, we gotta have to keep these guys on track. Sometimes there's little mistakes that they make. We're there to pick them up. Tell them there's always the next play, always the next try. Keep their heads up. Helping them out, keep them. Get them through this year onto their senior year.
4 games into the season, guys getting it together this week. You have Central Catholic. Just another game, or are you guys getting up a little bit more than usual for this one?
We need to get up a little more than usual. This is a good team. Central, number 1 in the state, as everybody probably knows. Running game is good. Defense is great. This is a team you can't take lightly. We saw what happens when we had a lead on them last year. Took them lightly. Look at that. See the final score, 35-21. This year, we can't let that happen this year. We got to keep the ball rolling.
Looking back at that game last year, you had the 21-0 lead at halftime, and everybody in the locker room was, oh, this is great. We're going to beat Central. And then they come out, and they whoop on you in the second half. Does that experience, thinking about that as you go to play them this week, kind of help you into knowing that you actually have to play 4 solid quarters of football against the Vikings?
Oh, yes, sir. This is something the team can reflect back on, thinking like, remember, all the coaches been telling us 21-0. It's even on the board in the locker room, 21-0, to let them know that what we can do against teams. People can outnumber us, say we're not going to win, we're not going to do this. We just take the adversity, we just use that momentum for us, and just hope we can roll over.
When you get those vibes from Ron, thinking, well, you're playing Central, you're not going to win, you're not going to do this, you're playing this one. Does that kind of help rally you guys together as a team, where the individuals all start to get behind each other, and you tend to become that one unit as opposed to 11 individuals?
Oh, yes, sir. When people do that, we want to show everybody that Penn Hills is not just another team. Penn Hills is not a team that'll roll over and die that easily. We want to show them that we're fighting. So everybody will put it behind them, no matter what it takes. Everybody will put it behind them. We all will become one.
You watch the films. What would be the key to victory Friday night for you guys?
The key to victory, I say, will start up front with us linemen. This week we want to put the load on their back. It's up to us, because Central has a great defensive lineman. They have a lot of great defensive linemen, and we get movement up front. We're rolling.
Dante, defensively, looking from you, I know you like the offensive side of the ball. We have to look at defensively. They have an excellent quarterback. They got a great running back. What is your role going to be Friday night in that linebacking position?
To shut down the running back. It's possible he can be stopped. He's just another player just like us. Another human being. He's good, but it's possible that we got the good enough defensive players to stop him, and the quarterback.
What would be the key to stopping him? You saw the films. You see the way he runs. Is it just a matter of tackling low, wrapping up? What is it that you need to do to bring him down?
Wrapping him up. Don't let him go outside, and just no arm tackling. Just put the pain on him.
So you're trying to keep him inside, where you can try to wrap him up and help. Hopefully, somebody like James comes by and helps you out a little bit there.
Yeah, he's it's possible if you put the pain on him, he'll fumble and he'll probably just give up. I know we can beat Central. They're not that. They're good, but it's possible that Penn Hills can beat Central Catholic, the number 1 team in the state. To me, that don't mean nothing. They're just another good team.
Well, that's the way to look at it. You can't be in awe, sit down and think, oh, look, Central, why even show up? But, yeah, you have to go out and you got to play the game. You have to play, right?
Yeah.
What are your goals for this season, and what can we expect from you after you graduate?
Have a lot of touchdowns, a lot of rushing yards, a lot of receiving touchdowns. I just try and be the best, like I said.
How about a lot of wins?
Oh, a lot of, yeah, that too. I just want to, since we lost our first 3 games, just have a winning streak for the rest.
And what are your plans for after graduation?
Run track, try to get faster, lift, and get ready to play college ball.
Anywhere in particular you'd like to go, and what would you like to study?
To me, I would go to any college that would want to recruit me, just to get my education. And I'm real good at art. That's something else I'm real good at, which I like to try to major in.
I really wish we had known that. We'd had you bring in some art. You could have held it up, and shown everybody the talent. I mean, because that is a skill.
I can draw you.
Well, go right ahead. You'll need some wide paper. But go right ahead.
He's really good. I'm telling you, he's really good.
Well, we'll have to, you have to show me some of your stuff. But best of luck to you, James. What are your plans for the rest of the year, and what are your goals for this season?
Well, as of right now, after this season's over, I want to keep on track with my grades. There's no point if I was to get a scholarship, there's no point of accepting a scholarship if I don't have the grades for it. Keep up, lift up some more, get bigger, stronger. Go to any college that is ready to accept me and show them what I can do.
What would you like to study?
Forensic science. I love forensics. I like to watch a lot of CSI.
All right, I'm going to say, what's your favorite television show?
CSI Miami.
Can you spell that?
CSI. Want me to spell Miami for you too?
No, that's okay. I wouldn't know if you were right or not. No. But no, that's excellent. I mean, that's not one of the things I usually hear a lot of. One of the vocations that I hear a lot of kids like. But shows like CSI really introduce people to those fields, and that's fabulous. That's fabulous. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see another mural on the wall like the big Indian back here. Say Dante Holloway down there on the bottom. But guys, thanks for coming by.
No problem.
Best of luck to you this week. Rest of the season. We'll see you all
sir.
the rest of the way through, and hopefully the season can go right on into December.
Yes, sir.
Which would be make for one heck of a season.
Oh, it would.
Our seniors of the week: James Morrow and Dante Holloway of the 2011 Penn Hills Indians. Coming up next, week 2 of the Big East Conference schedule. The Indians put their undefeated 1-0 mark on the line against the Central Catholic Vikings, and it's coming your way next here on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. From Carnegie Mellon University tonight, the Penn Hills Indians go into week 2 of Big East Conference play against the number 1 ranked Central Catholic Vikings. The Vikings, undefeated 4-0 in the season, ranked number 1 in the state of Pennsylvania in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette polls. Take on the 1-3 Penn Hills Indians. Indians coming off their first victory of the season last week. They beat up Plum pretty good by a score of 41-7. And the Vikings, as we mentioned, 4-0 on the season. Winners last week, they beat the Woodland Hills Wolverines. Captains are on the field. Indians in the gold helmets, white jerseys, and red pants. Chaz Whitaker, Jaquan Williams, Trayvon Hester, and Corey Jones, the captains tonight for the Indians. Playing on the turf at Carnegie Mellon University, home of the CMU Tartans. Artificial surface. Raining here tonight. It's a miserable evening, but it's football weather. And it's the last night of September in the year 2011. Where is the season going? We are in week 5, midpoint of the regular season. Indians will be home Friday night to take on the Mountain Lions of Altoona. It's homecoming is coming Friday, but before that, the Indians need to get through the Central Catholic Vikings. Last season, the Indians held a 21-0 lead at halftime against the Vikings, but the Vikings roared back in half number 2 to beat the Indians by a score of 35-21. Indians won the toss. They will receive. They'll move left to right. Vikings in the blue jerseys with yellow numbers, gold pants, and the blue helmets with the Viking swoosh, Viking horns. The Indian receiving team coming onto the field. The Vikings are now coming on. Mitchell Mazkura kicking for the Vikings. Teeing it up at his 40-yard line. Corey Jones deep for the Indians has not seen many balls kicked his way. Malik Blakeman to his left. Eric Godfrey, the up back in the middle, also in the back. Savon Salter. And on the far side, Chuck Bradley whom I gave a ride to the bus stop this morning. And we are underway here at Carnegie Mellon. Ball kick to Savon Salter. Takes it at the 10-yard line. Look for someone to go. Gets across the 25 to 30. Has a lane. Needs a block. Comes across the 40, 45-yard line. Nice return by Savon Salter. Indians great field position on a nifty return. And the Indians starting off just the way they would have hoped. Of course, I'm sure they would have hoped Savon Salter kept on going. But the Indians will have it at their own 48-yard line. Indians led by their senior quarterback, Chaz Whitaker, coming over from the wide receiver position following the injury to Darius Holloway. Salter will split to the left. Jaquan Williams to the near side. Corey Jones will be behind Godfrey in the eye. Indians going to be showing some new looks. A lot of motion tonight in the offense, and it'll be Jones looking for somewhere to go. Left side has a hole across the 50. Jones with a foot race across the 40-yard line in Viking territory. Inside the 35. Up the sideline. Jones tiptoe. And they're going to roll him out at about the 25. Corey Jones, first carry of the game, gets down to the 25-yard line. 27-yard jaunt for Corey Jones. And the Indians showing some fire in the belly. Jordan Davenport to the left. Jaquan Williams near side. Indians. Tight end to the near side is Chuck Bradley. Again, I formation. Jones deep, and the end of the left jumped. The left tackle, Fred Johnson, moved. And it'll be 1st and 15 back at the 30-yard line. Same formation. And it'll be Jones this way, holding on to the football. Gets a couple of the penalty yards back down to the 27-yard line. We'll pick up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for your Penn Hills Indians. Just underway here, first quarter, scoreless. Penn Hills Central Catholic. Clock running with 11:20 to go. An opening possession of the game by either squad. Indians took the opening kickoff. Savon Salter returned it to the Indian 48. Corey Jones on the first play down to the 25. Penalty back to the 30. Jones with a couple of yards down to the inside between the 28 and 27-yard lines. We gave him 3. We'll call it 2nd down and a long 12. And Chaz Whitaker didn't like something in the setup and calls timeout. 10:57 to go. First quarter. Scoreless. Penn Hills Central Catholic. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Following the timeout, the Indians offense coming back to the line of scrimmage on a 2nd down and we'll call it 12, almost 13. Tariq Hester now in front of Aaron Bailey. Jones will go in motion. Whitaker looking towards Jones, out in the flat. Jones has it. Oh, he's unable to hold on to it. Ball thrown to the outside. I think if Whitaker had that back, he would have thrown it to the inside. Maybe it was designed that way, but the passing complete down around the 20-yard line. And it'll bring up a 3rd down now for the Indians. Jones able to hold on to that. Definitely would have had the 1st down and more, possibly getting into the end zone. Enough for the whys and wherefores. It's 3rd down now for the Indians, who'd like to try to get something out of this opening drive. In Central Catholic territory at the 27. Hester and Bailey flanking Whitaker. Whitaker's going to keep it himself, rolling to the left, trying to get to the outside. Stiff arms one man, is not able to turn the corner. Held for no gain. It'll be 4th down. Like Whitaker on the rollout needs to try to get that ball up as if he's going to pass to try to freeze the linebacker somewhat. But he had it tucked under as a design run the entire way. And it's a 4th down now for the Indians. Are they going to go for it? It appears they will keep the offense on the field at the 27-yard line. Whitaker play action, looking downfield towards the end zone. Jay Williams is there and is unable to hold on to it inside the 5-yard line. Indians will turn the ball over on downs with 10:38 to go here in the first quarter. Central will have it at their own 27-yard line. The Vikings, led by their running back, Damian Jones-Moore, averaging about 10 yards per carry. The Indians are going to need to shut him down if they want to have any opportunity of stopping this Viking offense. Perry Hill's the quarterback. He'll come out in the shotgun with Jones-Moore to his left. Toss, Jones-Moore near side, looking for somewhere to go. Has a lot of room, has a lane upside across the 40. Jones-Moore has the sideline, needs the block, cuts to the inside. Jones-Moore will go for a Central Catholic Viking on their first run from scrimmage. Simple toss to the left, and Jones-Moore was gone. He's not big, 5'7", 180, but he showed the speed there. Central comes to try the point after, and it's up and good. 10:24 to go, first quarter, Central Catholic 7, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Central Catholic kicking it off for the second time here in the quarter. Certainly the Indians are hoping for a similar result on a nice return at the 14-yard line. Across the 25 to the 27-yard line is Aaron Bailey. And the Indian offense with another opportunity here. Aaron Bailey looking for somewhere, has a hole up the middle, cuts to the near side, has a first down across the 40. Aaron Bailey holds on to the football, goes down at the 44-yard line for a pickup of 16. Indians with a first down. That's what they needed, was to try to get something positive following the Jones-Moore touchdown. Corey Jones, motion near side. Whitaker, design run all the way. Looks for somewhere to go. Has nowhere, but makes something across the 50 in Central Catholic territory to the 48-yard line. Whitaker had nothing. Managed to pick up 8 yards. Wow. It'll be second down and 2 now for the Indians. Clock running under 9.5 to go here. Opening quarter. Central Catholic 7, Penn Hills nothing. Corey Jones comes back to join Whitaker and Bailey, and it'll be Jones with a carry, has a first down, or close to it. Bears the officials will mark him at the 45-yard line. Picks up 3. Good enough for the Penn Hills first down. Indians trying to do what they can to get Jones involved in this offense more. And why not? As explosive as he is, I'm going to try to get his hands on the football as often as you could. Bailey to Whitaker's left. Jones will come in motion to the near side. Oh, goes back the other way. Whitaker loses a handle on the football, picks it up, looks for somewhere to go, and is unable to get away from Louis Taglianetti, who will sack him back at the 40-yard line. It'll be a loss of 15. And the Indians with a 2nd and long. Clock rolling under 8 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Indians now with a 2nd and 25. Whitaker, straight drop, looking downfield, launching one towards Jones, who's open. Jones unable to hold on to it at the 45-yard line. Jump ball with Ed Latimer. And Latimer able to break it up, and the Indians with a 3rd down. The Indians trying to open things up offensively, getting the ball downfield to Jones. I think that one might have slipped a little bit on Whitaker, so it got a little more height than what he had wanted. And the Indians looking at a 3rd and 25. They need to get inside the Central Catholic 35-yard line. They have the ball at their own 40. Whitaker gets a clean snap, looking downfield, directing traffic, throws. And a pass, they're going to roll it incomplete to, I think it was Salter at the 44-yard line. And indeed it was. And the Indians will have to punt for the first time tonight. Turn the ball over on downs on their opening possession at the Viking 27. Ed Latimer, the only man back for the Vikings. Vikes 10 men up. Here they come. And it looks like I don't know if Jones missed it or if they did in fact block it. But the Vikings have it at the 27-yard line. 7:23 to go first quarter. We'll take a break. The Indians down by 7. The Vikings with the ball. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Vikings with a great opportunity. Hill's the quarterback. Jones more deep. There's one carry for 73 yards and a touchdown. Jones more, same play, going right side. Gets by Jaquan Williams into the secondary, but Darian Macklin will make the tackle after a short gain. Getting inside the 25 to the 24, call a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. That'll cut the yards per carry down from 73 to 38. Hills, no, they give it to the up back. They fool everybody except for Chuck Bradley, who finally brings them down at the 15-yard line. Rob Brown will have a 1st down for the Vikings after a pickup of 9. Jones Moore into the line. The Indians are standing there waiting. Macklin, Hester, and Bradley all on the tackle after a short gain. In fact, it'll be no gain.
fact, a loss of 1. It'll be second down and 11. Hills will throw, looking into the end zone, and the pass too high. Damon Reed on the coverage for the Indians. It'll be third down and 11 Vikings. Hills with a long count. Under pressure from behind, and he'll be sacked. Malik Blakeman on the blitz from the outside. We'll drop him at the 20-yard line for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up fourth down, and the Vikings will try at about a 37-yard field goal. Mitchell Masora. And it was blocked. Oh, no, it wasn't. It sounded like it was blocked. I didn't even see the ball go up, but it's good. 4:42 to go, first quarter, Central Catholic 10, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indians kick return team on for the third time in the quarter. Ball returned by Jones. Looking for somewhere to go, and the Vikings will shut him down at about the 16-yard line. And the Indians will start deep in their own territory. No time to pen, no need to panic. Jones looking for somewhere to go. Gets to the outside across the 15, the 20. High steps outside at the 25-yard line. Gets across the 25 to the 28. Pickup of 12 for Corey Jones and an Indian first down. Indians have moved the ball somewhat, but yet they've, after some initial gains, have sputtered. See if the Indians can get something going here. They trail by 10. Hester will thunder his way across the 30-yard line. Give him 3. It'll be second down and 7. And the Indians will be flagged for some movement on the line. So instead of second and 7, it'll be second and 12. Hester up, Jones deep. Yeah, Whitaker's going to throw. Puts one up, deep, downfield, and the pass is tipped, caught. Ed Latimer with the return across the 30-yard line, up the sideline, inside the 20. And finally knocked out of bounds. The Vikings will have it in great field position. They're going to mark him at the 11-yard line. Looked like Whitaker hit as he threw the ball, and it became a jump ball near midfield. The ball was tipped. And Ed Latimer on the tip drill, the 5'7" senior, picked it off about the 45-yard line of the Vikings and returned it down to the Indian 11. So now the Indian defense on the field again. Perry Hill's rolling left side, has some pressure from behind, looks, steps, throws into the end zone, has a man, touchdown Vikings. Jones Moore, the Vikes made it look easy. The Vikings extend their lead. Now we'll try the point after. Kick is up and through. 3:07 to go. First period. Central Catholic 17. Penn Hills nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indians kick return team now on for the fourth time here in the opening quarter. This many opportunities, eventually they're going to break one. Jones looking for somewhere to go. Gets across the 20, cuts back inside the 25-yard line and almost broke it. He'll go down at the 25. Somebody got the paw out and was able to bring him down. Otherwise, he had a lot of green on the far side of the tartan turf. Indians still no need to panic. Corey Jones looks to get to the outside and sees a sea of blue and will lose two back to the 23. Two and a half to go here. Opening quarter. Central Catholic 17. Penn Hills nothing. Bailey for maybe a yard. That'll be third down and 11 for the Indians. Whitaker rolls to his left on the option, looking for Jones, holds it himself, gets across the 30. Gets across the 35, out across the 40 to the 41, a gain of 17. And the Indians get a first down. A little shot in the arm that the Indians badly needed. Get the ball out close to midfield. Trying to do something to change some field position here. Jones cuts back left side, gets to the outside across to 50. Jukes a man, gets inside the 45, down to the Viking 41. 17 yards for Jones. And another Indian first down. Back, we're going to put him at the 40. It's 18 yards. 17 for Whitaker, 18 for Jones. And the Indians in Central Catholic territory. Robin Hall into the game, splits off to the left. Jaquan Williams near side. And that's Aaron Bailey brought down about the head, neck, and face after a pickup of about 3. And the Indians with a 2nd and 7. Bailey out, Blakeman in. Final moments of the opening quarter. And it is indeed Blakeman. Gets inside to 35, carries Vikings down to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of about 6, and that should be the final play of the opening quarter. And when we come back, they're going to mark a ball back at the 33. So pickup of about, we'll call it 4. When we come back, the Indians will have a 3rd, and we'll call it 3 after 1. Central Catholic 17, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indians now moving down to our left. There's a second quarter about to get underway. Indians on a 3rd and 3, maybe 4. Whitaker on the option, keeps it himself. Looks like he has enough for the first down. It'll be close. I'm going to say he has it. And the officials say he has it. And there's an injured Indian on the field, and it's Dom Pizzuto. So let's take a timeout. 11:54 to go. First half. Central 17, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching the Indians Football Network. Dom Pizzuto walking off the field, which is a good sign for the Indians. Now he's starting to jog. Oh, he's having some back spasm issues through the week. Certainly hope it was nothing more than that. He'll be getting in soon. He'll be replaced on the line right now by fellow sophomore Joe Navari at center. Indians with a first down at the 30-yard line. Whitaker will come under center. Jones looking for somewhere to go. Tries to get to the outside. Spins, moves up the sideline. Flag comes in. It'll be a touchdown, but looks like this one may come back. It's a flag at the 20-yard line. Let's check the call. It's going to be holding against Penn Hills. So in essence, they'll repeat the down from the same place. So once again, it's 1st and 10. Jones looking for somewhere to go, tries to get to the outside once again, and he's horse-collared. Nothing called. Horse-collar. Jones will pick up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Corey Jones with another big hole inside the 10. 5 still on his feet. They're going to force him out of bounds at 5. They should give him forward progress at about the 2. And they will. It'll be 25 yards for Corey Jones. It'll be 1st and goal. Clock approaching 10.5 to go here in the opening half. Indians with an opportunity they cannot let get by them. Hester stacked up at the line. We'll lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Robin Hall splits left. Savon Salter to the right. Hester in front of Bailey. And it'll be Whitaker on the option. Keeps it himself. And we wrapped up at about the 5-yard line for no gain. And it'll be 3rd and goal, Indians from the 5. 9:15 on a running clock here, 2nd quarter. Indians down 17-0. They need to get into the end zone. Need to do something to get some momentum. Corey Jones will be behind Hester in the eye. Whitaker under center, takes a snap. Jones into the pile. Jones lunges his way down to about the 2-yard line. And it'll be 4th and goal, Indians. Whitaker keeps it himself. The Indians try to move the scrum ahead. Officials are going to look into the pile and see where he is. I don't think he made it. And Whitaker did not make it. It'll be 1st down, Vikings at the 1. Their own 1. 8:07 to go, 1st quarter. Central Catholic 17, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching the Indians Football Network. Don Pizzuto, the injured Indian, once again helped off the field. And the Vikings from their own 1. Jones Moore in his own end zone. Slithers out to the 5-yard line for a pickup of 4. Indians down 17-0, letting opportunities slip by them. Vikings with 7 points off a turnover. An interception they returned down to the 11-yard line. Took them one play to put it in. Their first play from scrimmage, the Vikings. Jones Moore 73-yard run. Gave them an early 7-0 lead. Jones Moore again looking for somewhere to go, and the Indians are there. Macklin and Hester will get him at the 9-yard line after a pickup of 4. And the Vikings will have a 3rd and 2. Clock at 6:50 and running. Brown comes in motion. It'll be Jones Moore looking for somewhere to go. We'll have a first down. Donovan Murray will drop him at the 14-yard line. Needed 2, got 5. And the Vikings get a fresh set of downs. Hills throw, one-step drop, wide receiver screen, looking for somewhere to go. Indians close quickly. Gain of maybe a yard. Well, it was Anthony Nixon on the reception. And it'll be 2nd down and 9, Vikings. Jones Moore hit at the line, bounces to the outside. And he'll be wrapped up and brought down. Marshall Thompson. There's Jones Moore. Will have enough for the first down. And indeed he does. Picked up the 9 yards. And the Vikings move the sticks once again. Drive beginning back at their own 1-yard line after the Indians turn the ball over on downs for the 2nd time in the half. Ball out to the 24-yard line. Single receiver each way for the Vikings. Tight end left. More deep, offset is Brown. And it'll be Moore, and it'll be wrapped up by Chuck Bradley, who will hit him as soon as he gets the football with a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd down and 12. Hills a throw, look at the swing pass near side. No, he goes downfield, has a man wide open. First down, Vikings. Blakeman and Williams on the tackle at the 46-yard line after a 23-yard pickup. Jordan Patika with the carry, with the reception. Jones Moore looking for somewhere to go. Murray will wrap him up and bring him down at the 50-yard line. Eric Godfrey also in on the tackle after a pickup of 4. Remember, this drive began back at their own 1-yard line. They're just on their side of the midfield stripe. Clock at 3:15 and running here, second quarter. Vikings 17, Indians 0. Jones Moore again, Donovan Murray again. But should be enough for a first down, it appears. No, it'll be just short, pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd and 1. Jones Moore with a big hole. Godfrey hits him initially. Get down to the 38-yard line after a pickup of 7. And the Vikings with another first down. Clock stopping while they set the sticks at 2:16. Vikings, all 3 timeouts left. Hills to throw, has a man wide open on the flat. Close to another first down. Cody Meyer with the reception. And the Vikings with the no huddle. Brown, first man through. Wrapped up by Trayvon Hester. After a short gain, down to the 26-yard line, a pickup of 2. And the Vikings will use the first of their 3 timeouts. 1:33 to go, first half. Vikings 17, Indians 0. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Following a timeout, the Vikings with a 2nd down and 8. Ball throw at the Indian 26-yard line. Hills, straight drop, under pressure, sets up the screen. Brown, out on the flat, nothing doing there. DeMond Reed will drop him for a loss of 2. And the Vikings use another timeout with 1:24 to go. Once again, Indians trail 17-0. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Vikings getting their final instructions following the timeout here. 3rd down and 10, 1:24 to go. They have the ball at their own 28-yard line. About a 45-yard field goal from this point. Three receivers to the left for the Vikings. Indians have 2 guys over there, it appears. Perry Hill, straight drop, looking downfield, has some pressure from behind, steps out and runs. Has some room in front of him. Inside the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Central Catholic. Perry Hill's a 28-yard rollout. And the Vikings extend their lead. Touchdown coming with 1:13 to go. Vikings with a 3rd and 10. Perry Hills had nobody to go to, just came out, rolled to his right, and then took off running and had a clear field on the near side. The Vikings flooded the far side of the field. Hills took advantage of the Indian defense having to flood that way as well. 1:13 to go, first half. Vikings 23, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indian kick team taken to the field once again. Nice shot of Malik Blakeman. Sevon Salter will go deep. Interesting is the Indians do not have Corey Jones out on the kick return team. Indians with a nice return. Aaron Bailey will give the Indians some field position at the 44-yard line. And the Indian offense with 2 timeouts, trailing by 23. Trying to take advantage of an opportunity before the half ends. Vikings a 99-yard drive. 14 plays. Not sure if the Indians fumbled that little problem on the exchange. Whitaker will be dropped back at the 37-yard line for a loss of 7. Indians with a 2nd and 17. Clock approaching 30 seconds to go here in the half. Jones behind Hester in the eye. And it'll be Jones looking for somewhere to go up the middle. Gets across to 40, wrapped up and down at the 43 for a gain of 6. And I think the Indians are going to let the clock wind down here. Yeah. Oh, there's an injured Indian. They're going to allow it's Corey Jones on the last play of the half. Teams will go to the locker room, and Jones is on the field. So at the end of 1, it's Penn Hills trailing Central Catholic. It's Vikings 23. Indians nothing. Back for second half action. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Second half action about to begin here at Carnegie Mellon University Stadium. Go over some quick stats for you, then we'll tell you what the score is, if you can figure it out. First downs, Penn Hills 8, Central Catholic 9. Total yards, Penn Hills 128, Central Catholic 188. Time of possession, Indians 14:03, Central Catholic 9:57. Corey Jones for Penn Hills, 11 carries, 96 yards. Damian Jones-Moore, Central Catholic, 11 carries, 110 yards. Everything pretty similar. Everything right up, neck and neck. You wouldn't be able to tell. The score is Central Catholic 23, Penn Hills nothing as we start half number 2. Indians hoping to do what Central Catholic did to them last year. The Indians were up 21-0 at the half, and Central came back to score 35 unanswered in the second half. The Indians down by 23, and certainly hoping to turn the table on the Vikings here in the second half of this season. Central Catholic loses the football on the return. I think they fell on it. The officials are going to signal, and I think they have. Yes, they did. Almost a break there for the Indians. Falling on the football was Luigi Listabrinza. And Luigi was Johnny on the spot for the Vikings. And they have it at their own 32-yard line. Jones-Moore, 110 yards rushing. 73 of it came on his first carry. So the Indians, for all intents and purposes, have kept him in check. He has 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Perry Hills, under center, has 2 touchdowns, 1 throwing, 1 rushing. And Jones-Moore to the 36-yard line for a pickup of 4. Appears the rain has stopped for a moment, but the wind is blowing. Flags off to our left above the scoreboard are fully unfurled and waving in the wind. Jones-Moore up the middle. Into the arms of Darian Macklin. After a pickup of 5, it'll be 3rd down and a yard for the Vikings. Indians in action at home Friday night. It's homecoming. The Altoona Mountain Lions making their first visit to Uhas McGinley Stadium. Their second season in the Big East Conference after joining the WPIAL last year. Indians went out to Mansion Park Stadium to beat the Mountain Lions. It was the Indians' second visit to Mansion Park. First time was in '95 where they won the state championship. Perry Hills on the quarterback keeper, needed a yard, got 2. And Hills moves the sticks to Central Catholic first down. Clock will stop for a moment with 10:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. First man through, Brown with a nice hole across the 45 out to the 49-yard line, picks up 6. Vikings keeping the Indians honest. Jones-Moore's the workhorse, but you can't give it to him every play. Hills from the shotgun, looking over the middle, has a man to pass, complete, first down, Vikings. Blakeman on the coverage, reception by Brandon Farrell. Enough for 12 yards. And the Vikings with another first down. Hills again from the shotgun, looks, pass almost picked off, but it's completed by the Vikings. 9-yard pickup for Luigi Listabrinza. I think this is going to have to be my favorite high school football name of all time here. Luigi Listabrinza. Hills goes back up under center. Jones-Moore behind Brown in the eye. And it'll be Jones-Moore looking for somewhere to go. Has a hole. And runs into Chuck Bradley at the 24-yard line after a pickup of 6. And the Vikings with another first down. Vikings very methodical here in the opening drive of the second half. Began back at their own 32-yard line. 7 plays, 6 runs, 2 passes, both complete. Hills will throw. Straight drop. Looks. Throws underneath. The pass intended for Brown off his hands. It'll fall incomplete. Hills was 5 of 6 passing in the first half for 42 yards and a 23-yard touchdown. Excuse me, it was an 11-yard touchdown, I believe. But his longest pass was 23 yards. Touchdown was indeed an 11-yard pass to Damian Jones-Moore. Second down, 10 Vikings. Hills on the delay to Jones-Moore, looking for somewhere to go. Has a big hole up the middle inside the 10, 5. Touchdown, Central Catholic. Jones-Moore on the delayed handoff. Rumbles straight up the middle for 23 yards. The Central Catholic Vikings extend their lead. 9 plays, 68 yards. And Central Catholic misses another kick. So the score now, Central Catholic 29, Penn Hills 0. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Vikings chew up 4 minutes, 36 seconds, go 68 yards in 9 plays. Damian Jones-Moore, the 23-yard touchdown. Aaron Bailey, and nice to see Corey Jones. Worked on a long time at the end of the half. It's another leg cramp. But good to see him back deep for the Indians and give him an opportunity. Kick high. Aaron Bailey from the 16-yard line looking for somewhere to go. Has a bit of a crack. Has a blocker out in front and is brought down from behind. Garrett Verbanek with a nice tackle to stop Bailey. Bailey had one Central Catholic defender in front of him and was behind a blocker, had Navari in front of him. But was able to be tripped up from behind. Another step or two there. Bailey may have taken that one all the way. But the Indians have it at the 46-yard line. Vikings show blitz. Whitaker will be sacked. Leo Lockery will bring him down inside the 40, back at the 37-yard line for a loss of 9. And not the way the Indians wanted to start here in half number 2. Whitaker, straight drop launch. You on downfield, has a man, and a pass thrown out of bounds. Unable to connect with Jaquan Williams. And the Indians with a 3rd and 19. Whitaker now 0 of 6 with 1 interception. Whitaker rolling to his right, throwing downfield. A pass caught by Jones at the 50-yard line. He's short of the first down by about 4 yards. In fact, going to mark him right at the 50. It should have been at the Viking 49-yard line. It'll be 4th and we'll call it 6. First completion of the night for Whitaker. And it's a 13-yard gain to Jones. However, it'll be 4th down and 6. The Indians right at the 50-yard line, and the punt team will come on. Corey Jones, nice kick. Takes the Vikings inside the 10-yard line, and he caught it in the end zone, so it's an automatic touchback. Dangerous play there by the Vikings, but their offense will take the field with a 29-point lead and 6:03 to go here in the third quarter. I don't know, where are they going to mark him? They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Goodness. Jones-Moore in his own end zone, has a hole, gets to the outside, needs a block, and he's gone. Jones-Moore across the 30, the 40, brought down from behind. That was almost a 99-yarder. Damond Reed tackles him at the 50. 49-yard gain, and yes, it is a first down. Hills will throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Pass complete underneath. Anthony Nixon with the 8-yard reception. Jones-Moore follows his blockers, has a nice crack, able to find a seam, gets down inside the 25. 35 to the 33 for a pickup of 9. And another Viking first down. Penalty flag flies. Hills take it and run across the 25. Takes a hit at the 20-yard line, goes down at the 19. Currently a 13-yard pickup. Check the flag. It's going to be an illegal shift against the Vikings, so this one will come back. First penalty of the game against Central Catholic. Nixon goes in motion to the far side. Hills will throw. It's a delay again to Jones-Moore, who's hit in the backfield, gets away. Should have been dropped for a big loss. Ends up picking up about 6. Oh, and another penalty flag. Holding call will bring this one back to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down and a long way to go here for the Vikings. High snap. Hills is able to pull it in, throws. Pass caught by Nixon. Be short of the first down. Carries Indians inside the 25. We'll have a first down at the 19-yard line. Indians just not making the tackles on the play. Jones-Moore to the 15 for 3. Brinza looking for someone to go inside the 10. We'll have a first and goal for the Vikings. Down to the 3-yard line, picks up 8, first and goal. And the Vikings will use a timeout. 1:59 to go, third quarter. Vikings 29, Indians nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Vikings following the timeout on a first and goal. Brinza deep, win in front. Brinza, touchdown Vikings. Luigi Lista Brinza from 3 yards out. Vikings extend their lead. More importantly, they now have a running clock. Kick is up and through. 1:55 to go. Third quarter. Vikings 36, Indians nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Second 99-yard drive again. Vikings go 99 yards in 7 plays. And are up 36-0, and we break out the celery. Line drive pick, Godfrey. Line drive kick, Godfrey at the 25. We'll get out to the 37-yard line. Godfrey and Bailey behind Whitaker in the eye. Now it'll be Bailey looking for somewhere to go, trying to get to the outside, crosses the 40, the 45, and is tackled out of bounds. Nothing called at the 49-yard line. It's 11 yards for Aaron Bailey and a first down. Whitaker fakes his end around to Jones and gives it to Godfrey up the middle for about 3. Whitaker launches one far side, and the pass almost picked off. It was intended for Jones. But Ed Latimer, on the final play of the third quarter, almost takes it for a pick 6. After 3, Central Catholic 36, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Fourth quarter about to get underway with the Indians trailing by 36. Whitaker on third down at about 7 from the shotgun. Corey Jones looking for somewhere to go, and the Vikings will have none of it. Maybe a yard. Leo Lockery on the tackle. And it'll bring up a fourth down for the Indians. Indians will fall to 1-1 in the conference. The Vikings will move to 2-0 and in the driver's seat. Whitaker will pitch to Bailey on the far side. Bailey will be short of the first down. Will pick up about 3. And the Indians will turn the ball over on downs once again, this time coming with 11-12 to go in the run down to 11-10 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Vikings are called for delay of game. You can do this all the way backwards down the field, and the clock will just keep running. Vikings getting a lot of the clean jerseys in. Todd Coles for no gain. Like Tyler Wendleton on the tackle. Wendleton again on the tackle along with Tariq Hester. That brings up a third down for the Vikings. Vikings toss near side. Blakeman will come up to make the tackle on Todd Coles after a gain of 2, and the Vikings will have to punt. I think it's the Vikes' first punt tonight. Ben Dipko with the punt. Penn Hill's kid. Taken at the 20-yard line by Corey Jones, looking for somewhere to go. And Jones doesn't find anywhere. Clock will stop with 7:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Indians with the ball at the 17-yard line. Bailey up the middle for maybe a yard. Whitaker in the shotgun with Bailey to his left. Jones split to the near side. Whitaker looking this way. Jones all the way down the sideline on the run. And then this one just doesn't connect. We'll leave it at that. Brings up 3rd down and 9 for the Big Red. We'll tell you this, our cheerleaders have been heard all night. Have they not, Bob? That's right. Whitaker Rolling to his left. He'll take off running, looking for somewhere to go. Spins. We'll be close to the first down at the 29-yard line. In fact, he'll have it. And Whitaker is slow in getting up. It is, in fact, a first down for the Indians. And the clock will roll under 6 minutes to go here. Indians trying to avert their second shutout of the season. Whitaker takes a breather and should probably be done for the night. Brandon Mitchell comes in for the Indians. And the Indians will use a timeout. 5:35 to go. Fourth quarter, Vikings 36, Indians nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indians offensive unit coming back on the field following the timeout. Thanks for the celery, Bob. Lakeman looking for somewhere to go. We'll lose two. Blakeman with a nice hole. We'll have a first down and more. Is that Corey Jones? Corey Jones on the foot race inside the 20. 10-5. Touchdown, Penn Hills. No flags this time, Mr. Jones. And he rumbles 73 yards. And the Indians get on the board. No, you're trying for two on the fifth touchdown. No, they're going to try. Looks like they're going to try for two here. Nope, no, they're not. Save on Salter to hold. Peter Gola to kick. Joe Navari to snap. And the Vikings block it. So with 4:37 to go in the game, it's the Vikings 36, the Indians 6. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Peter Gola to kick off for the Indians. Short kickoff bouncing high, and the Vikings fall on it at the 25-yard line. And the Vikings will keep it on the ground, of course. Well, we have some breaking news for you folks, and might as well announce it now, as we found out at halftime at about 8:30 this evening, that as of December 31st, Larry Mascaro, the owner of the Penn Hill Sports Shop, will be retiring and closing his doors, closing the store. And Larry would like to thank all of his great customers for 20-plus years of support. This wasn't an easy decision, but life is too short, and he has spent most of it at the store. And it's time to retire and enjoy his wife, family, grandkids, vacations, and life. Hope to see you around the hills. Thanks for many great years. Signed, Larry Mascaro. Not to note tonight, once again, Larry has been a great supporter of Penn Hill sports throughout the years. Takes care of us at Penn Hills football and all the other organizations as well. And unfortunately, Larry is going to be hanging up the sewing machine and the ironing board. Once again, very sad news. Larry Mascaro, owner of the Penn Hills Sports Shop, will be retiring and closing the store as of December 31st of this year. So certainly need to send Larry out with a bang. We need to go clean that store out, buy everything he has. Help him on with a nice retirement, because he's taken care of us and our kids all these years. And it's very, happy for Larry that he's going to retire and enjoy life. But now what are we supposed to do? But God bless you, Larry. Vikings punt. Indians take over with 1:44 to go. Bailey, left side, looking for somewhere to go. Runs into his own man, Godfrey, but still picks up 4 yards. Aaron Bailey once again for another yard or two. And it's third down for the Indians, who may get one more play off. Which should be the final play of the game here. Pass complete. Jordan Davenport, right side, will have an Indian first down. They'll pad the stat sheets. But the game will conclude. Your final score here at Central Catholic at Carnegie Mellon University. Central Catholic 36, Penn Hill 6. Things seem to start off well for the Indians. They had a nice kickoff return back up to near midfield First 2 plays, the Indians gained 30 yards. Corey Jones, 2 runs, and then the Indians get shut down there. 2 incomplete passes, a run for no gain, and then the Indians turn the ball over on downs. The Vikings have it at their own 27-yard line. It takes them 1 play to score. Damian Jones-Moore, 73-yard run. There's your game winner. The Vikings up 7-0. The Indians get the ball back, have a punt blocked. The Vikings have it at the 27. Get a 37-yard field goal, up 10-0. After an interception, the Vikings return it back to the 11-yard line. First play, Jones-Moore, an 11-yard pass from Perry Hills. It's 17-0. Indians get the ball, drive 74 yards, turn it over at the 1-yard line on downs. The Vikings have it there. They go 99 yards in 14 plays. Perry Hills a 28-yard run on 3rd and long. It's 23-0 at the half. The Vikings get the ball to start half number 2. Goes 68 yards in 9 plays. Jones-Moore, 23-yard run. And then the Vikings, another 99-yard drive, this time 7 plays. Luigi Listabrinza, 3 yards out. Vikings up 36-0 in the 4th quarter. Corey Jones, a 73-yard run, caps an 83-yard 5-play drive for the Indians. Kick is blocked. Score 36-6. That's where it ended, the final here at Carnegie Mellon. The Indians will be home Friday night for homecoming against the Altoona Mountain Lions. Their first visit to Uhas McGinley Stadium. The Indians will fall to 1-1 in the conference. Central Catholic 2-0 and in the driver's seat. So the Indians, if they're able to win out against Altoona, Fox Chapel, Kiski, and Woodland Hills, the Indians would be the conference runners-up and should host a playoff game. But the Indians have some work ahead of them, needing to win out, in essence. But the Indians still an opportunity to make the WPIAL playoffs. Special thanks to Bob Godfrey, our producer, cameraman, all-around swell guy, and to the Penn Indians football boosters for making this all happen. I'm Bill Navari. We'll see you Friday night at homecoming. You've been watching Penn Hills Indians football here on Comcast.